Today we are going to learn about the real number system. In this video, I will be pressing pause to write and then pressing play. If you need to catch up, please press pause to write down all the information after listening to it. So the first thing that we are going to do, or the first Frere model that we are going to fill out, is natural numbers. So in the middle right here, we're going to write natural numbers. These are the first numbers that you ever learned. So the definition of a natural number is the numbers used for counting. So again, the definition, the numbers used for counting. So facts or characteristics about natural numbers is they cannot be negative and they do not include zero. Do not include zero. So some examples are 1, 712, and 6. Natural numbers, the counting numbers used for counting, and they do not include zero. So not examples is, well, if they don't include zero, zero is a non-example. It cannot be negative, so something like negative 14 or negative 126 are not natural numbers. And even fractions, such as 2/5 or negative 4/7. So those are natural numbers. Our next Frere model is whole numbers. So in the middle, we're going to write whole numbers. So these are what you learned after natural numbers. And the definition is the set of natural numbers plus zero. So whole numbers include all natural numbers. So if it's a natural number, it's automatically a whole number. It includes all natural numbers, and it also includes zero. The rule to here, or facts or characteristics about whole numbers, is they cannot have or be negative. Okay, so examples of whole numbers, well, we're going to just do a number line. Whole numbers basically include from 0 to the right. Whole numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that arrow pointing that way means on and on and on and on. Some non-examples are negative 4, negative 512, negative 2, because those are whole numbers, and also something like 1/2. A fraction is not a whole number. The next thing we are going to learn on the next Frere model, so you're on the third Frere model, is integers. So, natural numbers were numbers used for counting that don't include zero. If you're a natural number, you're a whole number. And if you're a natural number, you're a whole number, and you're an integer. Okay? So our definition is the set of whole numbers and their opposites. So a set of whole numbers and their opposites are integers, as you have learned. Facts and characteristics are no fractions allowed. An example or examples of integers is the number line again. So if we have 0 in the middle, our number line can include 2, 4, 6, and on to the right, as long as it's a whole number. But it also can include negative 2, negative 4, and negative 6, on and on and on. So 2 opposite is negative 2, a set of whole numbers and their opposites. Some non-examples are fractions like 3/4 or 1 1/10 or 3 5/10. Those are not integers. The last thing that we are going to learn is rational numbers. So again, if the number is a natural number, it's also a whole number, which is also an integer, which is also a rational number. So if you're a rational number, you're going to have all of those characteristics. So a definition of a rational number is any number that can be expressed as a fraction. Any number that can be expressed as a fraction. So a characteristic is fractions with denominators of 10, 100, 1,000, and so on. Examples are, 6/10, because that can be 6 over 10. 375 thousandths, because that's 375 over 1,000. 2 over 1, because that's just 2. 6/10 written as a fraction. 3/5, because I can get my denominator to 10. Some non-examples are something we call the square root of 2, or a number over 0, because that does not exist. And this thing you're going to learn later on in the year, which is called pi. So these are our Frere models. These are our new definitions. Again, if you didn't catch something, rewind and press pause and get all the information down so you're ready to move on tomorrow in class.